Hi, Dina here, littlewidow.com, The Little Widow on Twitter, Littlest Widow on Instagram. I'm kind of getting sick of saying that, but I'm starting to actually remember what all the different names are. So, I mean, repetition works. So we are going to do a reading tonight. I wasn't going to because I just did this talk about astrology because, you know, like I want questions. I want questions about readings, and instead I'm getting questions about astrology. But whatever. It's Saturday night and I ain't got nobody. I'm just sitting here with some tarot cards and you guys and some wine. So might as well do a reading. We have a follow-up actually from the reading that we did last night. It was a little ambiguous, but I think that she watched it a couple times. Basically, if you didn't see it, it was a reading about someone who was in a long-term relationship. And she was asking where the relationship was headed, where it was going to go, if he was going to grow up, etc., etc. And it was a little ambiguous, but I rewatched it as well, and I think we were both kind of thinking that the relationship is going to end. I think that was what we both wound up taking away from it. So I do want to just ask for some advice for her. And if it isn't, if I don't think it's an especially interesting reading, maybe I'll just, I don't think it's going to be very long, so maybe I'll be able to send this to her without actually putting it on YouTube. But if not, if you see it up here, it means it was pretty good. Let's go with that. So I just want to kind of see if there's some advice. I mean, realistically, tarot cards kind of started as a means of advice more than divination. For the person using the cards themselves, it was an effort to kind of get in touch with your higher power originally. It was kind of supposed to be a way of getting yourself out of your own head, changing your perspective, taking an intuitive glance at what you saw when you look at the cards. So if I ever do a reading for you, or you ever have anyone do a reading for you, you look at those cards too. There is a part of you that is tapped into that archetypal energy, that is, the immortal part of you, that part of you that's connected to everything, knows exactly what those cards mean. Your first instinct is probably right. So don't ever think you need a professional, certainly. But it did start off as a means of advice. So we're going to ask just for a little bit of advice where she's concerned and for her situation. She's thinking it means the relationship's ending. From what she's told me after we talked about it again a little bit, I don't know that it doesn't seem like he would ever be the one to end it. So I think that it's going to be on her shoulders. I think it's going to sit squarely with her. So we want to kind of see some advice, like over the next couple months. I don't think there's an emergency really. I mean, nobody wants to break up at the holidays. It is December 1st today. So, but is there any advice for her? What would be towards her greatest good? What would make her happiest in the long run? Would it be walking away from this situation? The reading we did showed a lot of uncertainty. It just kind of showed that they're in this weird fluxy place and that she's going to be happy in the end. And I mean, my instinct is to say she's going to be happy alone, or with someone else perhaps, but not with him. But so we just want to see if there's any advice for her that's kind of forthcoming, that shows a little bit more of yes, leave. The angle's a little weird tonight, sorry. It's on the iPad because my super long astrology video is uploading. I'm using the Delos Tarot again. Love that deck. Oh my goodness, the Seven of Cups. That was our near future card last night. So the Seven of Cups, if you did not watch that reading, the Seven of Cups is confusion. Look at all these cups. Oh my gosh, I have all these cups. What cup do I want? What cup is real? What cup is fantasy? Which cup is tangible? One of them has a goblin in it. Oh my God, all these cups. All right, 7 of Cups. So 7 is, it's emotional confusion. It's fantasy. It can be, you know, drinking too much. It can be all of these things. I feel redundant because we get that all the time. It's in the environment of the world. All right, so yesterday's reading, we got a whole bunch of 10s. And I talked about how 10s can be fulfillment, but 10s can also signify this is the end of this. So they're tricky in relationship readings because sometimes you get a 10 and it's like, this is as good as your, so 10 frequently means this is as good as it's gonna get. So in a relationship that's really good, it could mean this is as good as it's gonna get. This is your husband, you know what I mean? Like, this is everything you wanted. This is the culmination of the suit, and it's even past that. And it can also mean like, this is as good as it's gonna get, and it sucks, so it's over. The World is the same thing. The World is the major arcana version. It's the trump of all the 10s. All of the 10s correlate to this. This is the whole world. All of the fixed signs of the zodiac are in the corner. It's a beautiful card. It's fulfillment, but it is the last trump. It's another card that's showing the end. If we were saying, am I gonna get married? I would read the World as a fulfillment card. In a, this relationship sucks, should I leave this guy? You know what I mean? Like, it has a different connotation. Crossing is the Knight of Swords. That's a communication card. The Foundation is the Two of Wands. Behind us is the Knight of Cups. That is a card that shows kind of like new love and new experiences. Above us is Strength. It's a nice, Strength is a very nice card. It could show stubbornness. Above us is the Ace of Cups. I'm sorry, in our future is the Ace of Cups. Immediate future. This card is a little tricky. I'm gonna see where the rest of the cards go before I talk about that. 4 of Pentacles, there's our dude with his Pentacle Death Grip. We get him all the stinking time. Nobody likes change. Nobody likes change. This is what we have. Let's hang on to it as tight as we can. Okay. 6 of Wands. 10 of Cups. And the outcome is the Hermit. It's another 9. Oh my word. All right. Our outcome last night was the 9 of Cups, which I said, like, it's a positive card, but it refers back to the Hermit. And here's our Hermit. All right. So, the Ace of Cups is in our near future. It's a beautiful card. Aces signify the seed of something. An ace is, it's not materialized yet. Sometimes it never materializes. It's like the ether of the suit, okay? It has all of the power of the suit. It refers back to the Magician. This is pure emotion, pure love. The Ace of Cups can refer to an emotional renewal. It can refer to a reconciliation. It can also refer to a new love, brand new person. It's more likely that it refers to a new person than it does an old person if there aren't other cards of reconciliation in here, like the 6 of Cups, for example, or Temperance. If the 6 of Cups or Temperance was in here, maybe even Judgment, I would be inclined to say, maybe we're starting again. The Ace of Cups makes me think either new love interest, or something I've seen really recently with this card is love of self, happiness being alone, happiness coming from within, happiness from a totally other place that isn't love of someone else. I pull this card all the time lately, and I've been really happy, and I'm alone. But I've been happy, and I've been enjoying making these little videos. I mean, the Ace of Cups really can be finding a vocation or a hobby that you love and enjoying a wellspring of emotion and joy in your life that doesn't have to do with the partnership. When you couple that with the Hermit, I'm inclined to say that that's even more the case. So I think that the Hermit as advice, without knowing the situation, without looking at the other cards, I would be inclined to say that the Hermit as advice means, looking for answers, seeking the truth, looking within. The Hermit is a truth seeker, right? He's alone, though. His light is illuminating the dark. the dark of the psyche, the dark of his own mind, you know, all of that. But he's alone. I mean, let's not parse things. He's a hermit. It's not, I mean, for love readings, the hermit is not. So I think when you couple that 9, it's a 9 again, right? And we got a 9 last night, the Ace of Cups. I really think it means it's time for a new emotional start. Forge out on your own. It's time to take your lantern and your walking stick and see what you want. Because it's probably not, what you want is probably not what you have. All right, that was a quick one tonight. Good night. Tweet me, email me, hit me up. I'll do your reading. My email's on the website, littlewidow.com. Good night.